Hollowed Sense is a year-round horror boutique located in Kentucky. They are definitely the place to shop if you love anything spooky, Halloween, and horror themed. From uniquely scented wax bars, candles, bath and body items, to the Hearst Freshies, spooky apparel, home decor, Halloween-inspired coffee, and so much more for your spooky little heart. Check out the 3 types of mystery boxes. Those are our favorites. They even have spooky boxes for kids. All of them horror themed. Shipping orders over $50 for free. Go check them out on their website, hollowsense.com. Follow them on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. You can also find a link straight to their website on our link tree. Stay spooky, boils and ghouls.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Tap Room. I'm Mike.
I'm Tabby.
Joining us this week in killing Nazis and collecting 100 Nazi scalps is Jake and the Dingus. Fellas, how the hell are you?
We're great. Fucking great. How are you?
Wonderful.
Kill some Nazis.
Kill some Nazis.
As Brad Pitt would say.
Ooh, it's a bingo. It's a bingo.
So this week we are sharing the very best of one of the greatest of all time, Quentin fucking Tarantino. I'm excited for this
my
one.
Body's ready. My body's ready.
Oh, everything is ready for this because Tarantino is up there top tier for me.
He is God tier. He's not top tier.
Is that S tier?
S tier, S rank.
S rank.
He's the S rank director.
Yeah. So who I don't know who it was I was talking to on Twitter about this.
Me.
That'd
be me.
Okay, so when I invited you guys onto the show, and I said, well, we should do like a double recording, like we'll do your show and then immediately after we'll do our show, and I sent you the whole list, and instantly he goes, Quentin Tarantino, 100% for sure, please God. I'm like, all right, he just like instantly. I could feel your energy and your excitement when you wanted to do Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, and it's like I'd have to go back and look, like, because there were some other ones on there that were interesting from what I recall, but it's like I saw Tarantino, I'm like, I can talk Tarantino until I'm blue in the face. So like,
oh dude, he's
sure.
Quentin Tarantino, he's one of the best to like in the game. His knowledge of directing and shooting, even acting, he can do it all. He's literally
our generation's M. Night Shyamalan.
I think M. Night Shyamalan.
That was a
Probably
joke. That was a joke.
Yeah. Like he's still good.
Gotta work it in your rounds.
Yeah.
You know?
M. Night actually has a movie that is getting ready to come out.
I want to see that.
Knock at the Door. Oh fuck
yeah.
Or is that what was it called? Knock at the Cabin.
Knock at the door. Or Knock at the Cabin with Dave Bautista.
The animal.
Looks like he's wearing a skin mask in that movie.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be dope as shit. I'm excited to see that.
It looks cool, but yeah, I mean, it's like Dave Bautista is just out of place in anything like not a superhero movie. Like he's so comically large compared to it's like The Rock in anything. Like, could you imagine The Rock in like a period piece or something like that? It's like
bro, Alexander Hamilton was not that muscular.
Yeah.
Well, The Rock wasn't a period. He was in an Egyptian movie. He played the Scorpion King.
Gross.
He did.
No, he was CGI.
Did you qualify the Scorpion King as a period piece? I don't know if the history's accurate on that.
It was a biopic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, fine. The Mummy Returns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't he the Scorpion King in The Mummy Returns?
Yeah.
Do not discredit Brendan Fraser.
Accuracy.
I love Brendan Fraser. I just learned you pronounce his name Fraser and not Fraser.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a revelation.
I learned how to pronounce his name on a video I saw a couple weeks ago. He said it's Fraser. Think of razor and laser, and then that's how you say my last name. I'm like, oh shit. So for like 30 years I've been wrong ever since I saw Encino Man
that's
and
not how you
Airheads.
fucking say your name, Brandon. You're Brendan Fraser. You fucking know it.
Yeah. Like I guess there's not an I in his last name.
I've been wrong since Airheads came out.
Yeah.
And Encino Man.
I wish
Anyway.
I could be that level of like masshole to just like that's not how you fucking say your name.
Yeah, but if you're Brendan Fraser, you're allowed to be an asshole like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed you get a free pass for life if you're him. But we're not talking about Brendan Fraser.
Nope.
On this episode, I do want to do a Brendan Fraser episode.
Okay.
Maybe. This week we're talking about one of the best in the game, Mr. Quentin Tarantino.
He has done so much. Just saying, like, not just directing, producing, writing, acting, like, holy shit.
And he is, just like me, a fellow Tennessean.
Good.
I thought you were gonna say in the feet, but that's fine.
Nope. I don't like where you can touch poop with by accident. So
Wait, what?
you step in dog shit with your feet.
Oh,
Dog shit. You step.
I
with
was
your
like,
feet.
wait, are you shoving feet in buttholes now?
Right. Like
Wait, what?
that's a slip and fall right there.
Oops, I tripped.
Oopsie poopsie on my tootsie.
That's a very Michael Kelso sounding like accident. Oops, I fell.
Oopsie poopsie.
Damn it, Jackie.
So is Quentin Tarantino, is he done directing? Because I know he had
Yes.
like a number of films he wanted to direct and then he was gonna hang it up.
Yeah.
He wanted to
I don't
do
know
10.
if Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is going to be his last one or not. I figure he's got to have one more in the chamber. Like, I mean,
He's probably
can't
going to make
believe
like a
this.
big comeback in like 10 years. And he's like, yeah, here's my one.
See, that's what I expect. Like he's gonna you're not gonna hear a peep from him for at least 10, 15 years.
Mhm.
And then one day you're gonna be at the theater and you're gonna see this trailer pop up on the screen, like boom, from Quentin Tarantino, and you're like, holy shit, he's back.
I can see
Fun-
that.
And
Yeah.
like the crowd is fucking going nuts, like, because oh my god, we get an 11th. He's going for 11.
Yeah. Fun fact,
I would love that.
our dog Lucy, this one right here,
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is her favorite movie ever.
Really?
We watched
I have
it.
proof that she watched the entire thing.
We watched it the
where
other day.
Bruce Lee gets the shit kicked out of him.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Her favorite
fuck that
part
yellow
is at
guy
the
up.
very end.
The Manson family fight in that
That was
movie
her
is
favorite.
the best.
Yeah.
When he chucks that can of dog food
Yeah.
at her nose.
But no, she watches the entire movie. Like she loves that movie. It's quite funny.
She just likes the part where Brad Pitt climbs on the rooftop and takes his shirt off to fix the satellite dish.
I
or the
like that
antenna.
part too.
I mean, I like it.
Can I just? I mean, just not even talking about Quentin Tarantino
Quentin
Tarantino
Tarantino
in an alternate
directing,
universe.
but his acting, like I hated his character in Dusk Till Dawn, but it was so like cringeworthy.
I
and
love
gross, but
that character.
Loved
I
it.
find that interesting. You hate it. It was such a
No. I'm saying I love to hate it.
I loved Selma Hayek. I mean Quentin Tarantino in that movie.
Agreed.
Who didn't love Selma Hayek in that movie?
Selma Hayek was.
I'm
Like,
pretty sure I hit puberty when I watched
Yeah,
that.
like no,
I
well,
was
so,
gonna
like,
say your balls dropped at that point.
yeah, that was my Leonardo DiCaprio moment for Titanic.
Yeah,
Was Selma Hayek.
Yeah. Selma
Is-
Hayek
so-
was like my first celebrity crush, but it wasn't in Dusk Till Dawn. It was in Desperado.
Oh, Desperado's dope.
Never seen it.
It was free
My,
for me.
When I saw Selma Hayek in Dusk Till Dawn, I immediately forgot who the Pink Ranger was.
Right?
Like, wait, there's a Pink Power Ranger? Who is Kelly Kapowski?
Yeah.
Who are these
Yeah.
people?
You're done
know.
with me.
I broke up with Topanga Lawrence when I saw From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh my.
But no, Dusk Till Dawn,
That was actually when I was introduced to Quentin Tarantino.
yeah.
I remember being like a 13, 14-year-old and it just came on like the you know how like ABC did like the movie thing kind of thing, but it wasn't ABC because of course they wouldn't allow that, but it was like
TBS or TNT would do them.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
something
TNT
like
would,
that. And
yeah.
it came on and I was watching it and I was like, man, this is kind of fucked up. Then it was like vampires and the Tom Savini penis gun, and it was fantastic.
Yeah. And Greg Nicotero
Yes.
doing his vampire.
Yeah.
Fucking Nicotero. God damn it, that man is a god. I would lick his shoes.
He's a
Dusk Till
Pennsylvania
Dawn was
guy.
probably the third or fourth Tarantino movie I watched, and I
See-
didn't know anything about it, and I'm like, I thought this was a vampire movie, and then it just like it hits,
You're like,
Yeah.
and
whoa.
it's like, holy shit.
Well, it was the buildup. It was like you're in the trailer. You're like, okay, they're bad guys. This is shitty for them. This is great. They're gonna go to the bar. The bar's a normal bar, and then like,
Yeah.
whoa, vampires? What?
Yeah.
Whoops.
And then
So-
like, was it a pan out that you see like the whole behind the bar?
Yeah.
Am I mixing movies up right now?
Wait,
No, you're right. It's
Sam-
the pan out after the big brawl with all
Fight.
the vampires at the
Oh,
end.
yeah,
yeah.
you see the whole like vampire kingdom behind the bar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And George
I
Clooney.
thought that was in the back room, like when you seen like the.
Or maybe
Kingdom
that.
stuff.
I
don't
It
know.
was towards the end of the
It's-
movie. and I don't
It's
know.
been a while since I've seen it myself.
All right, so let me ask this.
Uh-huh.
So, what is your favorite Quentin Tarantino movie that he's acted in? Well, that he directed, obviously, but that he's been in. So, like
No, I can't do that because it'll
Dusk
give
Till-
away my top 5.
Dusk Till Dawn, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs. Which do you think he gave the best acting performance in?
I can't.
I really like his performance in Pulp Fiction.
See, that's what I was
And
gonna say. He
I think
really
it's-
sold that character.
Yeah, it's a short bit. Like it's not really a cameo, but it's definitely a supporting character. But
Yeah,
that's kind of the interesting thing about Pulp Fiction. Like you have the main, actors in it, but the supporting characters are all so good and compelling for the story. Like if you really think about it, like Ving Rhames is kind of a supporting character in that, but he's so crucial to the whole plot of the movie.
if you think about it, though, almost everybody in Pulp, there's really no specific lead in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, it's like if you had to pick, it's like who's the
Everybody's-
main character in Pulp Fiction. I
Because-
mean,
Guess Travolta.
Travolta maybe.
Well, look at the cast. You've got John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis, Ving Rhames, Uma Thurman, Tim Roth. I mean, this is a for the year that this movie came out. That's a
It was all the
star-studded-
biggest stars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Like the A list of 1990. What year was that? 95, 96 when Pulp Fiction came out.
I
Yeah.
think it was 96.
That was the A list of that year. Those were fucking Bruce Willis.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you had like everybody was in this
Yep.
movie.
Actually, I'm gonna have to say one of my favorite acting performances of his is the priest in Little Nicky.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't remember
What-
that.
Yeah.
You're all gonna go to hell. You're gonna burn in hell. Y'all gonna die.
Oh,
shit.
He was the blind priest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was. I learned today. Quentin Tarantino was on an episode of Golden Girls.
Was he?
He was an Elvis Presley impersonator.
Yep.
Wow.
I'd say
He's
like
a-
Desperado too. Like I mean, honestly, like because I fucking love that movie, but the character in that like it's so good.
Yeah,
Comically good.
yeah. It was he did you know he also directed an episode of ER?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. It was like its 4th or 5th season.
Mm-hmm.
It was when he was
Just starting out.
not really just starting out, but he was like super early into his, well, not super early, but it was early in his career.
Yeah.
He had like Pulp Fiction had already been out. So he had Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction out.
Well, it's like I mean, I think his first real movie, he didn't direct it, but he was a producer on True Romance
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
with
Oh shit.
Are we going to trusty Google?
We might have
Doing it
to.
right now.
yeah,
True
um,
Romance.
True Romance. Did he?
Christian Slater,
Yeah,
Patricia
Christian Slater.
Arquette, Gary Oldman. Oh, Gary Oldman was the pimp.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Okay, I know the
came out.
movie. I just
Yeah.
the title was.
Yeah, he was
okay.
a producer on that.
Okay.
That was kind of his
Oh.
first big foray into film world, and then Reservoir Dogs came out the next year or the year after that.
Yeah. Well, he was. I know he had the. I heard him say he was on an episode of Two Bears One Cave with Tom Segura.
Yeah.
As their guest, and he was talking about when he was working at a video store. He had already written Reservoir Dogs then.
Mm.
He had like the script out. He didn't
Yeah.
have like who's playing who in it. He just wrote the script and it had dialogue and characters in it.
Mhm.
And just one day, some Hollywood bigwig came in and he said, "Hey, I wrote the script. You want to check it out?" And that's how we got Quentin Tarantino.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Also, on an entirely separate note, fuck Tom Segura because he shit all over our hometown, and I'm not too happy about that. I didn't
I heard
like.
that.
I did not like all the rounds that made on social media. I'm like, hey, you know what? Like we're better than any place in Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. Like, I mean, have you been to like fucking Biloxi, Mississippi? Like, there's
Actually-
a lot of shitty places out there. We're
If it-
way better.
If it helps, he did shit on the entire state of both Arkansas and Louisiana.
Yeah,
That-
well,
that makes
okay,
it a little
those
bit better.
states suck, but like we're definitely not. We're not that bad. Like, it's
Oh,
kind of
they're
one of those
definitely-
things. It's like, hey, I can talk shit about it, but you don't get to. Like, fuck you.
I mean, we are the trailer park of the Rust Belt.
That's true.
no,
I'm
maybe.
kidding. I can't say I've never been to Erie because I literally drove through it twice.
Yeah,
through
we
it.
just talked about
A
it.
month
Drove
ago.
through
A
twice.
month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause stop
Sorry,
and say
guys.
hi, but
No, it was cool.
that's fine. That's
No, no, we
You're
got
too
you next
busy.
time.
Biting off heads and sucking juice.
fine. Sucking juice.
It's like juice or Jews.
Whichever you prefer that day.
Well, if you're listening to,
I like a little Rothschild in my body every now and then.
Oh, yeah, that's yucky.
That's caca.
Caca.
So Mad Libs, right?
Oh,
I've heard of that game before.
no, you got a drink. He said it.
Aw. Wait, are we
So-
recording?
Oh, not again.
Yeah.
So we did a Twitter poll.
We did. We did do a
well,
Twitter poll,
I did because I run the show's Twitter account. So I did a Twitter poll.
and I've got the notice.
And
Run the show. It's fine.
Tab is gonna read the results for that.
I'm
So
just here for the good looks that no one can see.
that is the complete opposite of what I'm here for. I am not the good looks.
So, on the Twitter poll, we had 158 people participate. Coming in at number 4 was Other, and
That was a good movie.
somebody said four rooms.
I loved Other.
What?
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Anyway, so somebody said 4 rooms, and Quentin Tarantino did not direct that movie.
It was probably something he produced.
More than likely.
He's got a lot of producer credits,
Yeah.
even ones without Robert Rodriguez riding his coattails.
I have no idea what I just wrote down. Hold on just a second.
It's okay. I can pull it up.
No. I've got it. I just have to
I can
figure
pull it
out.
But you didn't.
Oh.
Same
I
thing.
didn't.
Okay. True. Is that what that says? Somebody voted for True Romance. I don't think that was one that he.
We just had this
actually-
conversation.
Yeah, he was a producer
Yeah.
on it.
Okay. In tied for second place in Other was Hateful Eight and what was the other one? Not Django. Jackie Brown.
Mm.
I've
Not a
never
fan.
seen Jackie Brown.
I've never
Jack
seen
Brown
it. So
It's a
is-
slow movie.
It's a slow
Mm.
film, but
Slow
De
burn.
Niro's in it, and he murders. It's probably the best De Niro performance, not Taxi Driver or Goodfellas.
okay.
Oh,
Shout out-
Jesus Christ, that fucking stinks so bad. Oh, you're a dick.
Did you fart again?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, it's a
like
three-way tie.
Sepsis.
Pew. The dog just farted too. Oh,
Same
feels
wavelength.
terrible.
Oh,
Oh
She's
my God.
and she's
Yeah.
looking at me and smiling and wagging
I
her
don't
tail.
smell it at all.
It's so
Fart.
bad. It's so bad.
I should have said it was a 3-way tie between
Django.
it's no. Jackie Brown, Hateful Eight, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with 2 votes. And the winner was Django of the other, but it was only 12%.
My reaction the first time I saw Django Unchained was, they let a white dude make this movie? What the fuck?
My first reaction was, wow, that was a good movie. And then the other hour played after that.
I loved Django.
That was a great movie. It's
That's
fantastic. It was, but I literally thought it ended at the shootout at the house.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's more.
I do also love Jamie Foxx's talking about how Tarantino wanted him to play Django.
You're a slave.
You're a slave. Nothing's good.
Everything
You
sucks.
don't have a Range Rover. You're a slave. Okay, you're a fucking slave.
Yeah, but he also fucking nailed that character.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
They casted that movie beautifully. Coming
Will
in,
Smith could have done better.
I would have picked Kevin Hart.
I was just about to say Kevin Hart. He would be an annoying piece of shit.
See
He'd
Kevin
be dead
Hart at
within
the
the first 10
The
minutes.
beginning scene when he's in the
Hey,
chains, you just see Kevin Hart's feet dangling and
so
kicking in
where's
the
my
air.
wife? Where's my
Okay, so listen. Okay, so
Listen,
what had happened was, here it is.
Coming in at number 3 at 16% of the votes got Reservoir Dogs.
classic?
Fantastic movie.
Number 2, 25% was Inglourious Bastards.
All timer.
Love that movie.
Oh God.
Number 1 at 47, a fucking landslide. 47%
It's
was
gotta be
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
It was
wins.
Pulp Fiction.
So to everyone that commented and voted on that, thank you guys so much. That was
I
awesome.
would name everybody, but there is so many people who commented.
So do you think that won because that's the one that everyone's seen?
It's like the popularity for
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
It was like
It's the cast.
virginity taken, like
It's-
the Quentin Tarantino cherry popper.
It's the
Yeah.
cast.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not slighting the movie. It's a fantastic movie, but
I mean, it's definitely the most popular of the time and has such a large cult following to
Yeah.
it. It's kind of
yeah.
like if you're sort of a film person, that's the one that you like tell people they should watch. Like if you're like, hey, if you had to watch one Tarantino movie, which one is it? It's like probably Pulp Fiction because it's the most. Now, admittedly, I don't think it's his best film, but I think you're really remiss if you watch other ones without watching Pulp Fiction.
It's a good introduction to Tarantino. It makes you dive deeper into his other stuff.
One that I always go back to with his though is it's fucking Reservoir Dogs. God damn.
Yeah.
And it's not the main reason I always go back to Reservoir Dogs is because of Michael Mazdin's role in that film. Who was he? Was he Mr. White? Shit. I know Quentin
Google.
played Mr. Brown. Tim Roth was Mr. Green, I believe.
Hold on. I'm trying.
Or go IMDb.
I'm
even.
trying. My internet is my
Mr.
Wi-Fi
White
is
was Harvey
slow.
Keitel. Madsen was
Yes.
blonde.
Michael Madsen.
Oh,
was
That's
Mr.
right. He
Blonde.
threw a fit because of that.
When he's just like when he walks into the warehouse and he's just standing there at the door chilling, drinking from his cup, his Coke. Like, cool. That's just the epitome of cool.
Not only that, but he also fucking tortured a guy and didn't even think twice about it. He was like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cover you in gasoline and make you cry like a little.
And
It's just so fun how
fucking-
like it only focuses on them.
Yeah.
Like
I love-
you don't really see anything else.
I loved Steve Buscemi's character in that the most, though.
He's Mr. Pink. right?
Yeah.
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 Mr.
Why do I gotta
Pink.
be
He
Mr. Pink?
was
Can I be Mr. I'll even be Mr. Purple. We already had a Mr. Purple. All right, fine. I'll be pink. God damn. No, fucking Reservoir Dogs is. I love that it's a movie about a bank heist, and you barely even get to see the bank heist.
Oh, you get
Yeah.
to see the getaway car. That's about it.
Yeah.
Well, you get that, and you get like the chase scene with Steve Buscemi and the cop, with Mr. Pink and the cops, and then 90% of the movie is just at the warehouse.
Yeah. That's a low budget
it's
film that has
Tim
done
Roth.
beautiful.
You're
You know
90.
what's left off the list a lot for Tarantino movies, and it has a soft spot in my heart, is Death Proof.
Yeah.
Please,
Death Proof.
Like,
God.
Kurt Russell's character is
Mm.
it's
I mean the both.
well,
of the
yeah. I mean,
movies
the
are great.
Grindhouse, like in general, like Planet Terror is fucking awesome too.
Planet
Death
Terror
Proof
is
is-
my favorite.
But Death Proof, like, it's
Hello,
so
Rotten
good.
Tomatoes.
I
But,
love
yeah, it gets,
Planet
it gets
Terror.
left off.
I
It
lo-
gets left off the list a lot when you're talking Tarantino movies.
the I guess the main thing about Grindhouse and Death Proof and just the Planet Terror is I'm a mediocre special effects makeup artist, and I love the makeup, like the pulsating things on them and explosions, and like it's fucking fantastic, and the storyline is
Yeah.
beautiful.
I love how in Tarantino's movies, like even like the smallest gunshot or even a cut is just everybody spews with
Accentuate.
blood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Spews, just blood. It's
But that also
gushing
brings
out.
it back. It's kind of like a tribute, a salute to the 80s of
Yeah.
when in
Oh,
the
for sure.
80s horror films were over the top
Or
and
70s.
over accentuated of the blood and the guts and the gore and the gross.
I just think of was it Day of the Dead where they're at the mall?
That was
Dawn.
Dawn.
Or Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
close. It
I
was
mean-
of the dead.
Or wait, maybe I'm thinking of it. No. Well, it was the 80s one, and it was the underground facility they were in.
That's Day of the Dead.
That's Day of
That's
the Dead.
that's Day
Yeah,
of the Dead,
Dead.
where the zombies can like function as normal
Yes.
humans. Yeah, that's Day of the
Yes,
Dead.
but just like the gut ripping,
Yeah.
Yeah.
blood
Yeah,
squirting.
there's something to be said for practical special effects, and especially with films now, the vast majority of things all being
CGI.
CG. And it's just to be expected at this point when you go to a film that's like an action or horror. There's gonna be a lot of CG. But Tarantino, in even his more recent films, doesn't lean too much into that. It's a lot of practical effects, and I think there's something to be said for the filmmaking of shooting practical special effects.
I mean, honestly,
100%.
practical effects like 100% like takes the cake. Yeah, you can do
Mhm.
CGI and take the pussy way out. Can you make a throat ripping scene or a ripping a baby from a womb scene without CGI? Can you take eyeballs melting out of your face? Like,
and if you want to
fuck.
do any of that, you hire Greg Nicotero.
well, Greg
Right.
Nicotero's
He
a god.
can
We've
do
already
that.
stated this many
I mean,
Him and
times.
hell,
Savini.
Savini's, we're not going to go there. Okay, so
We're not
Rotten
Sa-
Tomatoes.
We're not Savini fans. We're
Yeah.
Greg
Oh.
Nicotero fans.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm neutral on the subject.
that's fine. Sorry, we've been in the haunted house industry, movie making industry, special effects industry for what 15 years now. Well, I have for about
Minimum,
15.
Yeah. Well, plus my 13. 10, 25.
Yeah, right
added-
about
added
together
20 years.
about 20, 25 years. So
25 years combined.
Sometime. Anyway.
a certain amount of time, but we're going to Rotten Tomatoes for Tarantino's top 10 in
Okay.
order.
Let's
coming
do
in
it.
at number 10.
Grindhouse presents Death Proof 2007.
Well,
at
I mean, okay, so like
66%.
especially from a critical acclaim, I wouldn't say it's a critically good film, but I enjoy it a lot.
It's
a lot
got
of people
the
do.
80s vibe. It's the
Yes.
cheesiness. It's the
Yes.
the glorious
It's-
like
And
It's
Kurt
one of
Russell was
those-
a perfect pick for that.
100%.
Listen, Kurt Russell is the perfect pick for a character in a movie.
Yes. Yes.
Have you seen the thing?
So good.
Oh God.
That's
But
one
no,
of my favorite
I think-
Carpenter movies.
I think Death Proof, it didn't do well in the box office for when it came out, but
No.
over time people just watched it more and more and started to love it more. Now if you if you put Death Proof out now, it would do amazing.
Well, I mean, I don't think first off they didn't promote it enough. I
Right,
don't think
and
they
I think
they
that was a little intentional as far
Yeah.
as like the whole notion of like, you know, the old school 80s grindhouse film.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like
right.
they weren't really highly promoted. You had to know where to go to watch them.
when it was in the theater too, because it was both of them together.
Yeah, it was back to back,
and you had the intermission.
That's a time sink for sure. That's 4 hours out of your day to watch both.
Yeah, and we weren't used to Avengers movies being long like that back then.
Right.
We should have
Yeah,
been. I mean, it came
for
out in
sure.
2007. Lord of the Rings came out in 2001, 2, and 3.
Yeah, but not the
Yeah,
extended
but
That's
edition.
just the
those are-
vast majority of films weren't that way. Like if you
Yeah,
look
no,
at
they weren't.
old, 30s, 40s, even in the 50s films, all of them were 3+ hours.
Right.
All of them had intermission, so it was more normative then. But then movies got shorter and shorter, so you're looking at that, hour and a half, hour 40 minutes for the majority of the film,
Especially a horror movie.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I love movies like that, but in order to tell these kind of grandiose stories, you have to put some time kind of into it.
Right.
I like the way though that they almost made it comic bookish.
Uh-huh.
Like it
Yeah.
felt super
It
comic
graphic
booky.
like Sin City.
Graphic
it had
novel.
Graphic novel.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
another one of
Vibes
my
to it.
favorite Tarantino. Like
produced.
he just touched it and it was great.
Oh, Sin City?
Yep.
Oh God, yes. Sin
right.
City is a great film.
So coming in at number 9, your least favorite, The Hateful
By
Eight.
Jackie Brown.
Don't give away my whole top 5.
This is the top 10, and I know The Hateful Eight didn't make your top 5.
I didn't like. Well, I'm not saying it's bad. I just think it's not as good as the others I've
Right.
picked.
It wasn't
liked-
paced well.
It
wasn't.
No,
It's
it
a
was slow.
really.
Yeah.
It's a really. You have to really like westerns.
I
to
kept
like
waiting for
Hateful
something to
Eight.
happen,
Okay.
and it's just kind of like,
Didn't. So here's my beef with it. Is it felt like if Reservoir Dogs was the Western movie.
yeah.
Like
It had
if
this.
you-
It had a similar.
See, I love westerns, like John Wayne movies, like Butch Cassidy,
Yeah.
Sundance Kid. Like, I mean, I love shit like that. But they are long, prodding movies, like even old school
Yeah.
spaghetti westerns, like Clint Eastwood, shit like that. They're long movies, and they're just not particularly fast paced. It's like doing a bunch of bullshit, and it leads up to a gunfight at the end. Basically, that's that's western
Right.
movies, all
And
in a nutshell.
and it takes a really fucking long time to get there.
Uh-huh.
You get 2 hours of, well, we're just gonna hang out and nurse our wounds, eat some stew, lay in bed.
But yeah,
and
I mean, the
bullshit
whole
for 2
it's
hours.
a
Hi,
you're
have
getting
you
a whole
ever been
chat.
a woman waiting for sex?
And breaking
I-
an antique guitar worth $100,000, but
Oh,
Yeah.
love it.
Right.
But it's all that character development
There's a
front.
lot of
That's
it.
like that's the
And-
notion of the Western. They have to get you invested in these characters, and with the assumption that some of them are going to die.
Right. It's the anticipation, and then like every character has to be like they have to know each other in some way and tie in together. Coming in at number 8, Kill Bill Volume 2, 84%.
that's fair.
Yeah. That sounds right.
I don't see how number 7 is also Kill Bill Volume 1.
That sounds right too. Well, no.
Maybe it
I
just
feel like they
I
were
mean,
popular when they came out, but it's just he's got so
Yeah.
many others.
Yeah,
other
I think it has
better.
all
Yeah.
critical acclaim too.
True.
So
A lot of his other stuff is just
Mhm.
better. Like those are good, but they're not
well,
like
yeah, I mean, if you're talking about a score of
Yeah.
like 84, like that's a fucking stellar movie.
Right.
yeah.
Coming in at number 6, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood at 85 Rotten Tomatoes.
See, I'm surprised that's
I could see
as
that higher.
low as it is.
That was a fantastic movie.
Oh yeah.
It was a fucking great movie. And was it a good movie, Lucy?
Wait, you
It
said
was a
Once
good-
Upon a Time?
Yes,
I
it was a
fucking
good.
love Once Upon a Time in
It
Hollywood.
was,
Yeah.
it was a good movie. Yes, it was. Surprisingly enough, number 5 is Jackie Brown coming in at 87%.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Well, I get it because from a film critic standpoint, as far as just when you're looking at it at a critical eye, it is probably his best piece as far as a filmography standpoint, cinematography.
It's
but-
just a slow ass burn.
I'll have to
It
watch
it
it.
is. It's a lot of drama. There's a lot of character development.
It's a classic
not,
blaxploitation film.
somewhat,
Somewhat.
but a little tongue in cheek in that regard.
Well, she was famous for that.
Yeah. So yeah, it plays on some of the older tropes in that regard, but I think it's probably his most dramatic film, I would say, other than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Well, but if you go up to someone and say, "Hey, name a Quentin Tarantino movie," how many people
Not going
are
to be
really
Jackie
gonna
Brown.
Well, yeah,
no one's going to say Jackie
So
Brown.
I would, yeah, I guess that's my argument. Is it's not a very popular among viewers movie, just because you have to like those long,
Drawn out.
dramatic endeavors,
Right,
and
right,
that's
right.
that's not everyone's cup of tea. But as far as a critical standpoint, when your job is to view film and look at the benefits or the camera work or even the sound in it, like the soundtrack, like everything in Jackie Brown clicks a lot of boxes in that regard.
Right.
Well, that's definitely one that I'm going to have to watch because that is one of
Don't do
the Quentin Tarantino movies that I haven't. I have to at least once.
It's
Just
kind
to
of
say,
like,
just to say you've seen them all.
Right.
Okay.
so like I run the comparison of Jackie Brown to, I'm a big Kubrick fan as well, and it's like Barry Lyndon. Like Barry Lyndon is a really great period piece. It's critically super acclaimed, but you don't pick it out as one of Kubrick's like top films.
Yeah.
You're a fucking animal. You're a fucking animal.
Is he shitting himself right now?
Yeah, like
Shooting.
I mean, you're
He's gotta poop.
pants are
He's gotta
hot
poop.
at this point.
No, I'm going to have
He's
to
gotta
poop
poop.
at some point.
Yeah, he's gonna have to poop. All right, so
Go now.
Not yet. It's not there. We're just
Are you sure?
getting rid of the spaces.
nice. Those are good. Those are good farts. Those are the best.
He's editing the poop right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm editing it.
Edit
Yeah.
I'm
edit
cutting out
before
the-
release.
These are the commas before the
There's going to be
exclamation.
some left on the film room for sure.
Jesus Christ.
This,
All right,
this
what's
poop,
number 4?
Number
Enough about
4
my
is
This poop is going to get a whole bunch of downloads.
Number 4 is Django Unchained.
Yeah.
87%.
That's a top 5 Tarantino for sure.
100%.
Oh,
I mean,
I think
I've seen it.
I could rattle off the top 3 from here. I think
I'm-
it's going to hit.
Yeah, more than likely. The point where I've seen so many like TikTok videos of it, of where Leonardo DiCaprio actually cuts his hand and like rubs his
Yes.
blood on evereverody. They
And
thought it
everyone
was
freaked
fake,
out by that.
Yeah.
and then they were like, "Wait, you cut yourself?
Oh,
No, this is gross."
Come up to my parlor for some cake.
having
What?
white cake.
Uh, coming in at number 3 at 89% on Rotten Tomatoes is Inglorious Bastards.
yeah.
Another fantastic movie.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
so good.
Absolute
For sure.
banger.
For sure.
Looks
The
like we got
Bear
ourselves
Jew.
a Mexican standoff.
the bear Jew. The
The
way
Bear Jew.
the way Brad Pitt says bear Jew is my favorite thing.
No, I thought it was
Oh.
Grazie.
No, okay, so yeah, no, my favorite thing is Brad Pitt speaking Italian.
Yes.
Oh God.
I
it is
The
have a
three of them
meme.
together.
I have a meme on my phone. It is a box of DiGiorno pizza, but instead of DiGiorno, it says Buongiorno, and it's Brad Pitt
Buongiorno.
holding a cigarette
Born
in his
Giorno.
in his
Buongiorno.
Inglorious Bastards as his character
Oh,
in the white suit, and it just says it's not delivery, it's Buongiorno. I will send it to you. It is my favorite meme in the world.
Correcto.
Correcto. How do you say your name again? Antonio Margheriti.
Oh, real quick, when we were watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood
mhm.
the other day, there is a character that is referenced. His name is Antonio Gorlami.
love it.
Nice.
And I
That's the
heard
thing
it.
about Tarantino movies. They're actually, my understanding is they're all set in the,
The
same
same
like
world.
alternative universe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The cigarettes, the sodas, they're all the same. Everything, every item is this. That's what makes his universe. Like every Quentin Tarantino movie is canon in its own universe.
That's pretty sweet.
That's fucking dope.
That's beautiful.
That is
Also,
the mind of a
woman
brilliant
in-
man.
Who was the woman in Inglourious Bastards?
Which one? The movie star, the
The-
one that gets shot in the basement, in the foot, or in the leg?
Yeah.
The slipper.
That game they were playing
was-
seems super fun.
It seems like
Diane Kruger.
Yeah,
I had a
Diane
sexual
Kruger.
awakening with Diane Kruger. She was
That is
Yeah,
Norman.
me too.
That's Norman Reedus's wife.
Is it?
That is
Diane
the wife
Kruger's
of,
Norman Reedus's wife.
That woman is in real life married to Daryl Dixon.
I would marry her.
That is Norman Reedus's wife. They've been married for a long
I'd marry
time.
the other girl too. I mean, she was cute.
Oh, the one of the
French
that
girl.
owned the theater. The
French-
French.
yeah.
The French
yeah.
Jew girl.
The scene though, where she's eating the pastry,
Yeah.
with
You'll have
Christoph
to have
Waltz.
the creme.
The
The
you can
creme.
feel the stress in
Yeah.
that scene.
Oh, it. I mean, I can't speak highly enough of that film. It's
That movie,
so good.
it made me a Christoph Waltz fan. Like he is
Yes.
that I'm a
Fucking
fan.
brilliant.
I
that
will
was
watch.
that was the first thing I really saw him in. But I mean, God, what a fucking stellar actor.
Between that and
Dude.
Django.
Yeah, but in Inglorious Bastards, that's the first thing I saw. Well, that came out first, didn't it? Inglorious
Yeah,
came out,
yes.
and then Django.
Mhm.
So yeah, when I saw his role
Yeah.
in Inglorious Bastards, instantly, dude, I'm a fan. I will watch anything. I
Mhm.
will watch
Yeah.
him make an 8mm home video on his flip phone. This dude is good.
Mhm.
Holy shit, this guy can fucking act.
He
Who
played
has
his part.
8mm
beautiful.
film on their phone.
I mean, no, I'm just.
It's
Like
an
all this
extension.
shit's like 20 megapixels. Like
It-
what kind of steampunk person are you?
Motorola Razr.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
But no, I would watch even like the shittiest movie that has ever. If he's in it, I'm fucking watching it.
He's such a good
That
actor.
dude is
He's
dope.
underrated.
Highly.
He's
Yeah.
such a good actor. Coming in at number 2. What do you think number 2 is?
I'm gonna say
Probably
Reservoir
Reservoir
Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs at 90%.
And then,
And then
Pulp
number 1
Fiction,
is
number
Pulp
one.
Fiction,
Yeah.
92%.
oh my god,
I did forget to say during the Django part, the Jonah Hill cameo
That's so
is fantastic.
we cut holes in them.
Your wife's so stupid.
My wife stayed up all night making all these masks.
You know what's funny is I didn't know if it was maybe because of the lighting in that scene or whatever, but it took me more than 2 viewings to realize that was Jonah Hill.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
I knew it right away.
Yeah.
but I think
don't know
that
if
was
maybe-
mid weight loss. So I think I mean,
Right.
if you didn't know he was losing weight, you wouldn't realize.
Well, I mean, I don't know if maybe it's that or I wasn't paying attention or something, or but I don't know. I did it. Maybe my second or third viewing of that. I go, oh, that's Jonah
Holy
Hill.
shit, that's Jonah
Okay.
Hill.
Yeah, that's the ask me about my wiener guy
Yeah,
from. That's the dude from all those Seth Rogen movies.
right. I mean, that's all he was at that point.
Yeah.
Well, other
Superbad.
and Moneyball.
Yeah, Moneyball.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's dive into our top 5.
Do it.
We'll let these guys go first, and then
You want to do your
So
top
what-
5 or you want to do my top 5?
well,
I can
let's.
do
What we'll do is we'll
We'll-
each take turns saying our number
5,
5,
4, 3,
and then
2.
we'll
Okay.
go for. So instead of
5 to
everybody,
1.
yeah. So
You
whichever
can
one
throw
of you
out
guys.
honorable mentions if you want to as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, honorable mention for sure is Death Proof.
we'll do honorable mention and before we hit number 1s.
That's fine with me.
So whichever one of you guys wants to go first, take it away.
For me, number 5 is Inglorious Bastards.
Okay.
Now, I do thoroughly enjoy the film. I think it suffers from a little bit of structure issues just with how it's broken up. It's almost like it would play better as a series, like a mini series.
I get
Yeah.
that. I get it.
Okay. Next.
So
What's your-
I will go. I'll go From Dusk Till Dawn
Okay.
as my number 5.
I mean,
Okay.
it's a fabulous film.
It is.
Yeah.
There's really no wrong answers here.
No,
there
no,
really
not
isn't.
with Tarantino. There is none.
This was a hard top 5 for me to pick because I'm a fan of.
I changed mine 6 times today at work.
I think I did mine a couple. Yeah. Tab, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Django.
Same.
Nice.
Django Unchained is coming in at my number 5.
Even though it is a really good Tarantino film.
It
Yeah,
is.
you just like one's more so than that one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, number 4.
So number 4 for me, it kind of leads into number 3 as well. So I'll just do them at the same time. It's Kill Bill 2 and 1 in order. So 4 would be Kill Bill 2 and 3 is Kill Bill 1. And I love for myself watching them back to back because I think you get a better appreciation for the whole story arc. I also love kung fu movies, so that really scratches that itch, and there hasn't been a good old school kung fu movie other than that I can really think of. It's like there's no more, like Jackie Chan or Jet Li or Bruce Lee movies now. There's just no one that really, like, the closest, it wasn't really a kung fu movie, but like Transporter was the last closest one I could say that until Kill Bill, like that. But that's definitely an old school kung fu movie. So that's my 4 and 3 there.
I think the fight choreography in both of those films is out of this world.
Like, honestly, like one of the best scenes ever is in Kill Bill 1 with the Crazy 88, the black and white fight scene.
Yes.
Like, it's so fucking good.
Yeah. That one scene I could just watch over and over and over again. It's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like in 2, like the 5-point strike, like the 5-point
at the very end.
Part. Yeah, at the very end.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Like, also, like David Carradine's character is so fucking good.
I mean, he's just like totally chill, but he can kill you by just like sneezing on you.
Yeah, and he can masturbate in a closet and kill himself.
Yeah, that happened.
He did.
That's how he passed away.
He did.
Rest in peace. Yeah. Rest in peace, David Carradine.
Rip David Carradine.
All right. So,
what's your number 4?
My number 4 is probably Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck, I love that movie so much.
That is also my number 4.
My number 4.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was so. I mean, it was good. It was really.
My number 4 is Pulp Fiction.
Oh. Okay.
Pulp. Yeah.
I already know your top 3.
You think you might?
Okay.
Jackie Brown is my number 1. I'm just kidding.
No. It's so good. Just the critical. Yeah, I mean, I already got my number 3 there with Kill Bill 1.
My number 3 be Reservoir Dogs.
Okay, that's awesome. Oh, my number 3 is Grindhouse Death Proof. Love that movie.
My number 3 is also Reservoir Dogs.
My man.
We're all over.
We're number 3 bros.
Okay.
I got a 4 gal and a 3 bro.
I got a 4 loco of 3 bro.
We were a number 4 of whatever bro.
Whatever,
What,
bro.
dude?
I don't know. I've been drinking.
Right.
It's fine.
Totally. What's your number 2?
Number 2 for me is Pulp Fiction, and I love it. It's almost a knock for me is just the level of popularity for it. Like, other than that, it's a stellar piece of film, but for me the popularity is a knock, and it's also, it can be a tough one to explain to people, because I don't know if you ever find yourself like telling people like, oh, you need to watch Pulp Fiction. It's like, well, what's it about? And you're like, you just have to watch it, kind of thing. Like, it's tough to explain, as opposed to the
There's
other
just so much going
Tarantino
on.
movies. You can give a 1-sentence synopsis of pretty much every other Tarantino movie except for Pulp Fiction. It's like, well, it's about his briefcase. I don't know.
You can't describe Pulp Fiction to somebody who hasn't seen it. Like, The only way you can talk about Pulp Fiction is with somebody who's already seen
Actually
Pulp Fiction.
seen it, yeah.
Otherwise, oh, I've never seen Pulp Fiction. Well, then we can't have this conversation.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
You need to go home.
Go get yourself a Royale with cheese and come back to me.
No. Nice.
Can I have some of that tasty beverage?
Wait, you know a guy that hasn't seen Pulp Fiction? Yeah. Well, does he look like a bitch?
Ouch.
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Doesn't look like You're number 2.
My number 2, I'll probably say Django.
Okay. Nice. My number 2 is actually Pulp Fiction. Same as yours.
Gang,
and
gang, son.
mine is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
You do like that movie.
I fucking love that movie.
It's a
so
great
much.
movie.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's like just for like I really enjoyed it, but I don't think it's kind of it's like the baseball contract syndrome. Like there's been other better movies that Tarantino's made earlier in his career, but it's like baseball players, they only get paid after they've proven that they're good kind of thing. That makes
Right.
sense. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of the thing with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's like it's still a great film, but it got a lot of awards, accolades, things like that. But it's like, are you saying that this is better than these other movies? I don't think so.
Well, I mean, he also pulled a lot of high named actors to play in
Right.
it. Like
Yeah. Well, it's like, I mean, yeah, you got Leonardo DiCaprio and
Brad Pitt,
like,
and
Al
then
Margot
Pacino.
Robbie.
yeah.
Margot Robbie, Al
Pacino.
Pacino. Like
Yeah.
you had all of these high named highball actors, but I mean it just it did. I feel like it didn't fly as much as it could have.
Yeah.
But you had your Quentin Tarantino fans who were like, this movie's awesome.
And for the Scream fans out there, this movie also features 2 Ghostface killers.
It sure does.
Timothy Oliphant, who is Ghostface,
Oliphant.
same thing, in Scream 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know the actress's name, but she was one of the Manson family girls.
Oh, the one at the very end who got eaten by the dog and then blown up by
And-
the flamethrower.
And Brad Pitt chucked a can of dog food at her snoot.
Yep.
He booped her snoot with a can of dog food. She was Ghostface. She was the Ghostface that killed Dewey in Scream 5.
That's to be decided.
We'll see. We'll test that theory when Scream 6 comes out in a couple months.
Which we will cover
Oh,
on
God.
another episode.
Oh, yeah. I need to put that on the list.
Yeah,
Scream
you need to
6.
put it on the list.
That'll be a March episode.
Oh yeah,
But
I
yeah,
can't wait.
I pointed that out.
You did.
the
You
other
pointed that
day.
out the other night while
There's-
Lucy is like infatuated with the fight scene.
Yeah, but no. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Fuck.
Number 2.
If someone asks me if they want to watch it, like, yeah, dude, sign me up. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm yeah. I do want to watch it. I always want to watch it.
Oh,
I
of
will
course.
sit on a couch with my hands down my pants with you.
Okay.
And
okay.
it would not be awkward.
No, I mean it's okay to unzip, stick down, and have a beer in your hand
And eat
With
gushers.
hand.
and eat gushers, squirting in my mouth with my hand down my pants.
Get. What's your number 1 there, sir?
Well, okay, so we're gonna do honorable mentions, and
Mm.
also do my
Yeah.
honorable mention.
Yeah.
and number
Yeah,
one.
let's
So
do honorable mentions first.
Is Death Proof. I really think it'll kind of open up a lot of different avenues for people in their film viewing just by seeing that and seeing more, because you always talk about like B horror, but it's not really like that grinder slasher type horror. It's, you know, more like cheesy and stuff, but it's like I liken a lot of Death Proof to
Yeah.
like not a critically acclaimed film, but like it fits the genre well as Hobo with the Shotgun.
Mhm.
Like it's that same
I
Yeah.
like-
love that movie.
right, but it's like critically speaking,
doesn't
it's a
make
terrible movie.
Oh, it's horrible.
but
Critics
it's
fucking
that,
hate it.
yeah, it's that B slasher, and like there's tons of stuff out there in that vein.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah,
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
Or you
Um,
have to be a real big fan of it.
Right. My number one is Django, and it's because of my love of westerns, but also I think it's like an opera. It tells just this really good kind of coming to empowerment story. It has like a full character arc, as opposed to other Tarantino movies. You don't get that as much, where you see someone really coming from, like, I mean, you see Django's character fully developed throughout the movie, and that's something you don't get in a lot of other Tarantino films. So I think it stands apart in that regard, where it's telling a fanciful but albeit realistic enough story. And really, just, I mean, with Emancipation coming out with Will Smith now, there's not a lot of, you know, post-slavery kind of
Yeah.
movies out there, and I think that's an aspect of a lot of, especially Western films, that's like, it's missed, because you're looking at the time frame, all of that is post-slavery, but it's not touched on a lot. But Django very much is. It has a lot of, I think it has probably the most cultural significance too out of any of his films, if that makes sense.
I also feel like Django also had a lot more like real acting, like heartfelt acting, like they really felt their characters.
Well, it's a
and
love story too. It's a Western
yeah,
love story, you know, kind of coming of age in a weird regard. So like, it's
a good one.
You know, it's William Shakespeare and Mark Twain with, you know, Samuel L. Jackson being like, honestly, you want to talk about a great character too. Like,
Yeah.
so, like, just so much good acting and casting, and I think it has the best casting.
Oh, it was a good cast.
In the film.
Oh, for sure.
What about you there,
So I will double your honorable mention on Death Proof.
Yeah.
My number one being Inglourious Bastards.
It's like, I mean,
so I'm a Pulp Fiction free top 5.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with not having Pulp Fiction in top 5, and there's lots, like, you could argue lots of reasons to leave it out and lots of reasons to put all these other films.
Hey, it was my number 4.
Yeah, my number 2. It's just it's a fun movie. It kept you on your toes the entire time.
It's exciting. And it's a nonstop thrill ride from start to finish.
Yeah.
And I just love that time period.
Yeah.
Like, I love World War II. It's super interesting. So
absolutely.
So what's your number 1?
Okay,
Tab?
so honorable mentions, I had technically 3: Kill Bill 1, 2, and The Hateful Eight. I know people are gonna shit on me for it, but I really enjoyed Hateful Eight.
Was great. Like,
I
especially
love
if
the
you
build-up.
go back and watch the extended cut, the episodic extended cut, it's crazy good.
I need to see that one. I really enjoyed
That's
Hateful
the one we
Eight.
watched. It was on Netflix.
I enjoyed it. You fell asleep.
Yeah. Well, it's 4 hours.
Yeah.
It was
I don't know shit.
It's on Netflix, and it's like 4 50+ minute episodes.
Yeah.
It's clipped so well, and it's like, oh yeah, if you were gonna do this as a mini series, like, that's fucking fabulous.
But I very much enjoyed Hateful Eight. My number 1, Inglourious Bastards. As is yours.
My honorable mentions are both Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Nice.
And my number 1 is Inglourious Bastards.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Trifecta.
Look
Fuck
at that.
yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, I cannot speak enough about that movie. Like, it is fucking fantastic. The acting, the storyline, like, yeah, it was a little dry here and there. I mean, Mike Myers.
I loved the back and forth with Brad Pitt and Eli Roth.
Oh my god. It's a bear Jew.
It's a bear Jew.
It's a bear Jew. Take your
Bring
scalp.
the bear Jew.
I remember my first viewing of that. I didn't know that Eli Roth was in it.
God, I love Eli Roth so much. Oh,
when
he
Brad
makes my stomach
Pitt
damp.
introduced the bear Jew, and Eli Roth comes out with
in his
that.
big hairy shit with
Yeah.
his white beater and the baseball.
Williams goes yard.
Ah,
Like this dude is a pissed off
Yeah.
baseball fan.
He's a masshole. He's the biggest masshole.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Eli Roth, like he hit the ground running. Every scene he's in is just gold.
It is.
Brad, like before this movie, yeah, I was a fan of Brad Pitt. I liked a lot of his stuff, but this movie, like, dude, Brad Pitt is a top 5 actor for me, like in my favorite actors.
For sure.
Brad Pitt, and he will remain there until forever for me.
Until otherwise noted.
And I just love the end.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they make the deal. It's like, well, we can't just let you leave here.
Yeah.
You're gonna take that uniform off, and no one's gonna know what you did.
Yeah, we got to give you something you can't take off, and he carves the swastika into Christoph Waltz's forehead. God damn.
my favorite entirety.
The Mike Myers cameo.
That's
Yeah.
what I
Fuck.
just said.
The return of Wayne.
My favorite that always sticks into my head when Inglourious Bastards comes about is when they're in the basement bar and they're playing the game and they're just like, shh, go away,
Yeah.
get him away,
Yeah.
shh. But then like they're like, ha ha ha, this is funny, and then they're like, oh, your accent's not from
Yeah,
here.
it's like,
Yeah.
And then the
like,
shootout,
Yeah,
and it's
Michael Fassbender's character in that is really, like, for the short times in there, is such a critical piece and is really good.
I'm not able to detect your.
Drive
your accent. And it was it was also heartbreaking because the guy was like, my son was born. We're celebrating my
Yeah.
son being born. And you're like, oh, that's so sweet. And then he dies. And it's like,
it's
what
like,
the
oh,
fuck?
everyone dies.
And just his little like monologue, like, all right, old chap.
Yeah.
You know,
And-
like,
and-
right before he dies.
And for the Marvel nerds out there, Michael Fassbender, who played Magneto, who is a Jewish character, got to kill Nazis in this movie.
Multiple
Full
Nazi
circle.
killing generations.
Full circle.
Yeah. we got to watch Magneto smoke down some Nazis, which was badass. That's fucking redemption right there, and I am living for it. Sorry.
No, it's just, I mean,
It's
I think
so
it's
good.
it's fun. It's got comedic. It's got
Mhm.
it's got anticipation. It's got gore. It's got horror. It's got thriller parts. It's an all
Yeah,
around.
it's got the same thing like with Pulp Fiction, but not as far as the like funkiness with the time frame, but it's the converging storylines too.
Right.
I think that's something that Tarantino does really well, is
It's
bringing
almost-
multiple storylines together.
Oh, it is.
It's almost Pulp Fiction as if it was a World War II movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Almost.
it's like, because it's kind of like, who's the protagonist of Inglourious Bastards?
You've got
There
elements
is none.
because
I mean, it's so many.
it comes with multiple storylines
Mhm.
for, like, these characters are going to run this storyline,
Mhm.
these are going to run this storyline, and then
But then
these
they
are going to
all
run
meet
this,
in the middle.
and then in the middle or towards the end,
Right.
we're going to bring them all together for this big
Mhm.
crossover finale thing
Mhm.
and make it one big thing.
And I just love the fact that the French girl at the end was like, haha, I have my revenge. Lock the doors. We're gonna burn the Nazis. It was
And her
just,
story was so tragic too. Like
it
yeah,
was
from the beginning,
But-
then her I
Au
guess
revoir, Shoshana!
her boyfriend, whatever, getting killed or whatnot.
Yeah.
It was tragic, but she had a hero's death.
Yeah.
Oh,
she was a
100%,
yeah.
superhero.
She had a hero's death.
And then Hitler
She-
got turned into bullet pulp.
Dude, everybody in that theater got turned into
Yeah.
bullet pulp.
Or they were smoking.
They got turned into Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
Bum bum bum.
Oh.
But
Ba-dum-bum.
cause
right.
all right, well, guys, thank you guys for doing this episode with us.
Thank you.
It's been awesome having you. But before we go, could you please do our listeners the honor of letting them know where they can find your show?
Sure. Are you gonna fart?
No, I just don't know any of our socials.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I have to.
Like, it's just
Same
the way you're
thing.
He's
sitting.
gonna
I'm like,
shit
is
his
it
pants.
coming again? Are you shitting your pants?
No, it's over. It's over. Just run.
All right, guys. Well, be sure to give us a like and follow as well. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram. We are at Jake Dingus Show, and you can listen to our show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your content. We got new episodes coming out every other Thursday, so be sure to check us out.
Fantastic. Thank you guys again for
Over.
being the first guest
Hell yeah.
first guest ever on the Taproom
We're number
podcast.
one.
So those of you listening, you are. Again, thank you so much for joining us at the Taproom podcast.
It's always cool to talk about Quentin Tarantino shit with people.
Hell yeah,
Fuck
brother.
Yeah, it
Hell yeah.
is. It is.
Yeah, thanks for having us on,
Yes,
guys.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
As always, thanks for listening to this episode. Don't forget to check out our link tree at linktr.ee/Gray's Taproom Podcast 2. You will find many ways to support us. Buy us a coffee because we will be hungover after this episode. You can subscribe to our Patreon. 3 tiers are available for you. Get your buzzed on for $3, get tipsy for $5, or fully loaded for $10.
Don't text and drive, don't drink and drive, and always drink responsibly.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Taproom closed.
Good night.
Bye.